I'm Kaylee, and today I'm going to tell you about my top 10 favorite picture books that I've read in the last 10 years. As many of you know, I do read a lot of picture books. I have two little nieces and I love reading to them, and I get a lot of picture books from publishers who, give me a copy in exchange for a free and honest review. And so I do like to read a lot of children's books because I get a lot of parents asking me, what should my kid read? What are some good books for my kid? So yes, lots of children's books, lots of picture books in my life in the last 10 years. You might think that, a picture book's a picture book and they're just all kind of the same and some cute little story for kids with some illustrations. But let me tell you, there is a lot that goes into picture books, and there are a few that really stand out with the careful thought and the details and the beautiful artwork, really interesting and imaginative storylines. There's a lot that goes into a picture book, and these are my 10 favorites from the last 10 years. And please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. These books are not in any particular order, they're just in the order that I happened to think of them as I was writing my little list. The first one on my list is the Argyle Fox. This is about an adorable little fox who is trying to play outside, but the wind keeps blowing his toys away. But finally, his mother helps him to find a creative resolution to his troubles, and he figures out a way to play with the wind instead of against it. It is so adorable. I mean, just the artwork, the cute little fox, and he's so imaginative, and he has all his little games. It's just the cutest thing. It's so sweet. The next one is Tiger versus Nightmare. Little Tiger suffers from nightmares, and she has to find a way to combat those bad thoughts and those bad dreams. This book is full of so much courage. I just love the way that the story has such a hopeful message, and I actually suffer from nightmares as an adult. And so, I don't know, just having these hopeful and really useful little messages about how to battle away those bad thoughts was just so meaningful to me, and I know it would be to a kid. And of course, it's very sweet and cute, and the illustrations are really adorable. It's just lovely. The next one is Leave Me Alone. This poor grandma just wants some peace and quiet, and nobody will leave her alone. So she travels to the tallest mountain, and even there people won't leave her alone. And finally she ends up on the moon, and even there people won't leave her alone. Oh, she's just so frustrated. It's really funny. It really had me laughing. The illustrations are full of these cute little details. It's just wonderful. In The Big Cat, a grandma has lost her glasses, and she thinks she sees a stray cat out in the garden, so she brings it in and takes care of it. But because she doesn't have her glasses, she can't tell. That's not a cat, that's a tiger. This is so funny, this is so cute. I love the fuzzy illustrations, it's lovely. I gave this book, Hoohoohoo, to my niece for her first birthday. She is about to be 3. And she still loves this book. My brother and sister-in-law are so sick of this book. I think they're probably mad at me for giving it to her. It is a birthday book about a little animal who's having a birthday, and as each person comes to the door to arrive for the birthday party, we have to ask, who? Who are they? And we have little clues like, they have very soft fur, and they squeak, and they have big ears. It's probably the mouse. Or they have very fuzzy wool, and they have hooves, or something. They say ba ba ba. Well, that must be the sheep. So it's very adorable. It's really cute as we have to guess who each new animal character is that is arriving for the party. The illustrations in this book are very high contrast, so it's wonderful for grabbing the attention of little children. There's a series of books called Wild Bios, and these are little children's board books that are biographies of famous people, except they have been changed into an animal. So we have William Sheepspeare, Amelia Earhart, Neil Armstrong, and Frida Kahlo. It's really adorable how each of these takes things that these people actually did in real life, and it kind of retells it in this adorable little animal kingdom. These are a really sweet way to introduce little toddlers to some famous historical figures and just have a little bit of fun with some animal puns. The cartoony illustrations are really bright and they're just fun. I mean, they're just so fun. There's a series of books about a narwhal. So I think it's called Narwhal and Jelly. I've actually only read one of the books in this series, but they all look so adorable. The illustrations are almost in kind of a comic type style. And Narwhal and Jelly have some little discussions about ocean life. And they talk about their favorite foods and their favorite peanut butter and jelly and their favorite pancakes. It's just so cute. It's just really adorable and silly. It's very silly. Bethan Woolven has several like fairy tale retellings, but one of my favorites is Rapunzel. In this book, Rapunzel decides she's not going to wait around for a prince to get her out of that tower. She is going to save herself. I really love the simplistic but very striking artwork in these books. It has such wonderful messages of self-reliance and resilience and courage, and of course kindness and compassion as well. And it's wonderful to see these old fairy tales being retold for a new generation. One of the most hilarious books in this entire list is Unicorn and Horse. Unicorn eats pink cupcakes and has a beautiful rainbow mane and perfect teeth. And poor Horse is just plain brown and just eats hay, and nobody likes him because he's grumpy. But then when Unicorn is kidnapped, it is up to Horse to save the day, and the two finally become friends. This book is so funny. The illustrations are just completely lovely. The whole story is just really hilarious. I mean, I was laughing when I read it. I was just about to die laughing. The last one on this list is Rabbit's Bad Habits. This is from the Rabbit and Bear, or Bear and Rabbit, whatever the series is. Bear comes out of hibernation in the middle of winter and wants to get his neighbor Rabbit to help him to make a snowman, but Rabbit is not very sociable or friendly. This would be a great transition book from going from simpler picture books and then maybe starting to read some chapter books, because this book actually does have, I think, 3 chapters in it or something. So it would be perfect for that child who's just barely learning to read on their own. They're not really ready for chapter books yet, but they're a little too old for picture books. It's hilarious, it's weird, it's funny, it has a great plot line and really lovely illustrations. It's just cute. And those are 10 of my favorite picture books from the last 10 years. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what are some of the favorite picture books that you've read, or your children or your nieces or any kids in your life have read in the last 10 years. Or just your favorite, doesn't have to be the last 10 years. Please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear about it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.